What in God's name is going on in here?
52.
All right, man. We doing it, man?
Here we go.
Going, man. Let's go. 50. 2 away, dude. 2 fucking episodes away, man.
We're
2 away.
we changed the first number to 5 now.
That's big.
It's big.
That's huge, man. That's huge.
That's big. You have to do at least 10 shows before you can
they
change
s-
numbers.
What does it use? They said we wouldn't.
They said we weren't going to make
Say
it.
we weren't gonna make
I
it.
want to know
They
who the
said
hell they are.
they said we weren't going to make 20.
They-
They said we wouldn't do 10.
That's what I heard.
We're at 50, man. 50.
Hey, where they at now?
Where
Sweet.
the rear view mirror.
Sweet
You-
50.
You,
but-
got 50s?
yeah, I got some 50s, man. I got, so we got, let's see, since we're in, live near Houston, 30 miles out, 35 miles out. I got Michael Singletary. He's born in Houston, went to Worthing, and played at Baylor College up there in Dallas area, right? Is that right?
It's
Baylor, yeah.
intense eyes.
Waco.
Intense
Waco.
eyes.
Oh, dude, he had the eyes. He had the stare, man. He had that stare. He was a hell of a fucking hell of a player, man. Intense. He could hit, man. There was none of that bullshit about hitting.
No,
They
used
go
to
head
kill-
hunting.
They used to
Oh.
kill quarterbacks back
Oh,
then.
dude, there was
Yeah.
no mercy, dude. No mercy. I got Mike Singletary, Houston boy, and I got David Robinson, the Admiral, San Antonio Spurs, man. He was actually an admiral he
Yeah,
served our
good guy.
country,
Good guy.
and his fucking what are they called? These biceps? What are these biceps? I don't know what are these right here.
Yeah.
The shoulders, I
His
guess.
shoulders. His
I
shoulders.
mean, his shoulders were fucking
His
insane.
shoulders
He's
are crazy.
insane, dude. He looked like a
Like
truck.
Dwight Howard size?
Yeah, big. He was bigger, dude. He was ripped. Dude.
Jesus.
He was ripped, man. And he had a
Very intelligent guy.
oh smart, dude. Smart as hell, dude. And then had a Lego haircut. It was nice and blocky.
50,
But yeah.
50 cal.
50, man. We're in there. 50, and then I guess we just gotta get to it, man. Unpack it, dude. I know Trent's been chomping at the bit to unpack it, dude, and I know he's been deep diving and sleuthing, and going to town on it, man. So
There's some stuff that went down this week.
you went through a lot, right?
Come on.
Some stuff that went down. And we started talking about Gumby last week.
Yes, sir.
And Alex, Murdaugh, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
I heard him say it several different ways.
He switched it up.
So I
Switch it
think it is Alex, but he prefers to be called Alec. And I think it's Murdaugh. I just think they have a really thick Savannah accent, and it just comes off as Murdoch.
Murder. Nah, dude, those guys are.
What?
They got some names out there, dude. Like I like when he says Paw Paw and.
Paul.
Paul,
I forget.
not
there's
Paul.
No, they had a bunch of. He was talking about his grandpa. He's talking about his son Paul. He's
Yeah.
like, but they just had so many nicknames and people. And one of the guys had to stop and was like, "Hey, who are you talking? Like, who are you talking about, man? Because I gotta have the real person's name so we can get this shit added up, man. Because you can't just throw around these fucking little nicknames and shit." But
Yeah.
he can't. We're at the point now where it happened already, man. He got the verdict, man. I think what did he get? 2 life sentences. 2 life sentences. 30. Was it 30 years each pop for each person? And then some other bullshit for like arms, the guns and shit. Yeah, that's his, yeah. Look at his.
He
new,
got that new hairdo,
He got that new do, man. That's his
Mr.
that's his
Clean
shot,
on him.
man. That's his mug shot there. It's updated.
Prison life.
Oh, dude.
So
feel bad for him.
I did a deep dive on this whole thing because we talked about the Netflix documentary thing,
Mm-hmm.
and so I started looking at like different theories and stuff because it's a fascinating story. Like the all of the stuff that had to happen a certain way for everything to lead to this case or whatever, and the the boat incident,
Mhm.
and then later was the mysterious death of their housekeeper person.
Yep.
And then later on, this double murder. Not to mention all of the additional, drama of the dude's drug addiction to them opies
Them Opies, man.
and
Ron Howard.
and all of the money that he stole from the law firm that he worked
Mhm.
at, that his family started, to feed this addiction, or whatever. But even that, I went on a deep dive on that, and people were just buying wholesale that he stole all this money to help feed his addiction, and no doubt he spent a lot of money on drugs. I get that, but somebody sat down and did the math, and if it was, I don't remember the exact details, but it was something like if he spent half the money on drugs, it came out to he would have needed to swallow over 450 opioids a day.
Dang, that's like Liver King steroid stack right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Almost. Oh, not quite, but almost. And it was something like the math behind taking that many pills,
He'd
that
be
many
dead,
pills.
right? Yeah.
It would have taken an hour just to consume, that many pills, and it obviously would have killed him. So then,
Yeah.
where's all this money going?
I
Yeah.
think you see guys like that big house, all that land,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times things aren't what they appear to be.
It looks
Mhm.
good.
These guys are just stretched out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
He overbought, overpaid,
Yep.
overpromised, and then he gets behind, behind.
I'm in debt up
Because
to my eyeballs.
yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
what was crazy is the craziest thing was how he preyed upon. What's the best way to say this? The uneducated.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where
Sure.
you win a lawsuit. I win this lawsuit for Trent, and Trent gets $10 million. But Trent's so dumb. I'm gonna write him a check for 10 grand, and he'll never know that
He
other
won't-
10
and
million
he's
came
fine,
in.
yeah. He's happy with that.
That's
Yeah.
just wow.
Dirty, man.
And he didn't do that with one person or two people or three people. I mean, it was case after case.
But they
after
said
case.
he did it with the ones who wouldn't know, right?
Mhm.
He knew what he was doing.
Slick, man.
He was
Slick guy, man.
He was certainly very smart about being a douchebag, and
Yeah.
like the whole persona of I'm a rich, wealthy person was something that he craved, and he wanted people to think that he was wealthier than he was. He wanted people to think that he had more money than he had, and never admitted to anybody that he had money trouble. Instead, he just stole to try to get his way out
he's
of
the
it.
guy, right? He's the guy that went down for this. He's the guy that's in prison.
For sure.
But if you watch what I gathered from watching the show,
Yeah.
and the couple different documentaries that I've watched on it, is his family was kind of a legend. His family in
Mhm.
that area, right? So for a lot of people there, what I gathered from it, he had a crooked family for a long. They were a power family.
Yeah.
People were, I don't know, feared them,
Yeah.
respected them, or knew that these guys had the power, and that didn't just come from this redheaded
No.
cat. That
No.
came from probably father and grandfather, and
I would even argue that it
almost
came
like a
more
kingdom,
from his
right?
parents and,
Yeah.
and
And then-
grandparents than it did him.
and then he just took it to a stupid level, right?
Sure.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but because you watch during that boat wreck and things, he's you heard the comments made. This is a Murdaugh, so good luck, right?
Yeah.
That didn't
Oh,
come
yeah.
from that little family. That came from years
Yeah.
of
That's just known. That's just given.
kingdom over there.
Yes, and if you haven't got enough with the Netflix special and then the trial, if you haven't had enough, there's a new one out. There's a 3-part series or 3-episode series. It's on HBO Max. Check it. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Southern something, but it's on HBO Max. Brand new series, kind of hitting on some other stuff. But the thing is, they got other videos, other footage, and it kind of goes to that what you were saying about his grandpa. Talks about his. I think it's the second. The I forget his name is, but he's the second, and he had people taken out back in the day. Like if he didn't like you, especially because back then,
Randolph, I think was his name.
yeah, and he said he'd have you taken out. Yeah, that's the low country. Yeah, that's the Murdaugh Dynasty. That's that new one on HBO Max. Check that one out too. If you didn't get enough of this, of what's been on Netflix. The Netflix one was really good. I thought it was done well. It was quick.
I would have
Just
never heard about the Low Country if it hadn't been for this family. I didn't know about
Yeah,
that
Sort
area.
of boiled it down. They just been doing it forever.
Oh yeah.
it's It reminds me of my cousin Vinny. How that thing was like in that little town. I shot the clerk. The thing is, it's a small town. You
Because
you're not belong there. You don't belong there, man.
Especially if you're a Ute.
The Utes, man, them Utes don't belong there, man.
What would you say? A Ute?
Utes, man. Yeah. So that one, I started watching that one last night, but it got late and I was getting long in the tooth. But they were saying that it was funny how they got caught. It's funny how they got caught. It's funny how they got caught with Snapchat. Both his dad and Paul got caught on Snapchat on the boat. He got because of the Snapchats they saw, the timeline of the wreck and all that shit that caught up to him, and then the
Yeah.
dad, of course, with the Snapchat with the in the kennels and shit. So I think Buster better get rid of that
Yeah,
Snapchat.
that
dude.
phone. That phone got him
Yeah.
on the kennel
him.
deal.
And then the other thing too, it can we were looking at the forensic shit, and they were showing how they could tell how fast he was driving when he said he went to his grandpa's house. or to his dad's house, excuse me, to go check on his dad and come back. They showed his speed, how it went from like
By,
40 to
by the
70.
phone? By the phone?
The
Was
phone,
that the phone?
dude, that's crazy how much the phone information the phone gives up, dude. Like,
Yeah.
The steps
yeah,
and how it
all that
basically
shit.
showed that he was running.
Yeah.
Like right about the time
You know, there was another
murders happened.
documentary I was watching, and it talked about the phone, and they were talking about when they did the forensic dive on the phone,
Mm.
they broke the guy's day down, and like I said, this is a different documentary, a different case, but just talking about the phone, they broke the phone down to every time he plugged the charger into it, the phone keeps log of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They kept log of when the screen locked and when it didn't lock, when the flashlight app was on and when the flashlight app was off.
Jesus.
When the screen goes from portrait to landscape.
Right. So they knew they were, the prosecution was mapping out what this guy did by what his phone was doing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. If you commit a crime,
It's kinda
leave
scary.
your
And it-
phone
Yeah.
somewhere else.
And
Yeah.
the other thing was too, when they were talking about in the court, they were saying like when you pick up your phone softly, the screen comes on. If you pick it up fast, it doesn't come on. So all that shit
All those
matters.
things matter, right?
It all
Yeah.
matters. The way you grab your phone, the way you pick it up quick, and you have to touch the screen means why were you picking it up fast? It's ridiculous how they
I
can
did
break.
think a funny part of the trial was the guy that they had do the sleep awake test, and like he didn't film himself doing it, and he didn't use multiple phones. He didn't measure pressure or anything like that. And so in a cross examination, he pretty much got tore up because do you have a background in uh, engineering and how this works? And he goes, no. And he goes, "Well, so what's your background in?" He goes, data collection from the phone. I can tell you, information that, is pulled from a phone." He goes, "So nothing to do with the what's it called? The accelerometer or whatever it's called that,
Yeah.
that
Gyro probably. Maybe,
yeah,
or
something like that."
that.
And he goes, no." He goes, "So when you did these tests, you obviously filmed it, right?" And he goes, "Oh, no."
Just in a
No,
room by
and
himself.
then they were like, "Okay, well, I mean, there was somebody else in the room watching it happen."
Mhm.
He goes, "No,
all alone and
no."
shit.
And so he's
doing
literally,
shit.
I'm imagining this guy just like sitting in his office by himself, just going,
Yeah. Throwing it
and then
around.
being like, "All right, I guess
All
I'm
right,
ready for
I'm good.
court."
I'm ready.
There it is.
dude.
Write it down.
Write it down. Hey.
Write it down. He goes, "So you've had experience doing this?" "Oh, no, no."
It's weird, man, how people
He
lock
he
up, man.
should have said he watched a YouTube video or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched it.
I did Google it.
I did
Yeah.
Google it. I watched YouTube.
Yeah, man. But like I said, I know it has a lot. The funny part about it is you see all the, he was there, all that stuff. But the thing is, there's still is now. Do they have a gun with his fingerprints, and do they have all that shit? Like, there's none of that, right? I mean,
Like
is there?
like the hard evidence.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
that's what
You know
gets
what
me.
was odd about the killing of the son and the mother to
Mhm.
me, just hearing it, and maybe you guys have some more information on this,
Yeah.
is why there were two different guns used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's odd
Yeah.
for one guy to go kill two people
Yeah.
and
That's
use
right.
two different guns.
And that's why I said I know he's a shitbag. I know he's a piece of shit, but I don't. It's hard. For me, I just need the hard evidence, like fingerprints, all that bullshit, and
You know-
having the residue on the hand. I want all that shit.
There's part of me. This sounds bad, but there's part of me that has a conspiracy theory take on this. Is that there's some family kicking back a few beers right now, going, "We knocked those dudes off.
Yeah, you never know, man.
We got them back
Yeah.
for that boat wreck,
Yeah, that's what I think, and that's what I thought too. Because
and we took the whole family down."
Yeah.
and they're all against each other now. I mean, they're all it's
And there's something to be said about uh and I'm certainly not condoning this or whatever, but like there's something to be said about vigilante justice in that way. But at the same time, as shitty of a person as he was, you kind of hate the thought of like somebody that actually didn't do it, like going down for it,
for sure. Yeah, it's the thing.
But if that was vigilante justice, they did it. They did a hell of a
Killed it,
job.
man.
And we've talked we've talked off air about some other cases
Mhm.
like that, the Scott Patterson case
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
The staircase killer,
Yeah.
quote unquote. There was no hard evidence
there's
connecting
nothing
him to
there,
that
man.
crime
There's
either.
nothing there. It's just he was because he was a. I know the Scott Peterson thing. I know it because he was he was cheating on his wife and he's an asshole and he didn't show emotion. All that. Like I
Yeah.
get all that. Like some people show like grieve. They grieve in different ways, man. Not
Yeah.
everybody has to cry and bawl their eyes. Sometimes you might do that in the privacy of your own room, home, or whatever. They might
Yeah.
not do it in front of a goddamn camera, but
The
I don't
problem
know. It's just
the
weird to me.
problem with the Murdaugh guy is, dude, he's not believable at all.
Oh no, he's
Like,
bad,
like
dude.
you watch him and you're like,
Bad.
dude, you're a snake,
And
man.
he's not
Bad.
likable.
At
Right.
all.
He's not likable.
I forgot.
Neither is his kids.
No, none of them, dude. Buster's the worst, man.
Yeah.
Buster's the worst, man. He's the shit worst.
He's still left.
He's
You
it.
think he flipped that guy off?
That's what they say. He was like that. Like
Yeah.
he was like
Scratching
that.
his lip.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whatever.
Buster may get his own reality show now. Or
He
something.
might.
He might.
You know, he might get it, man. You know,
Back with Buster.
they
Buster in the holler.
what was that? That one lady had a real nice thing. What's she called? Bullshit. I forgot what she said he had. Damn, she had a real good line. I think it was his assistant, Alex, assistant in the office.
Yeah.
She said
Yeah,
he'd come
legal.
in there and he'd be going 100 miles an hour. He'd be flying off the.
She said he was a Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, he was just fucking nuts, and they on the phone and just everywhere, and
Yeah.
just the way he's.
For some reason, Talladega Nights is coming to mind. And man, you're working fast today. Oh hell, Ricky Bobby, I was high when I said all that.
Yeah. I'm believing in that shit. Yeah, but that's what they do. Those kids do look like Buster and them. Those two little boys look like. Weren't
That's
they
true.
redheads? They
Yeah,
were
they
redheads,
did.
right? They were
Yeah.
redheads too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was. Like I say, it was a cool. It was nice to watch all that trial. Watch the, getting, shooting emails throughout the day at work, at home, and working from home, and watching it in the background. It was just interesting to see how it panned out, and
Yeah.
it just. But I just like for me, I wanted to see. I mean, I know he's like I said, I know he's a terrible guy, and he comes across terrible. But like I said, there wasn't enough there. If it had been me, I don't know, I would have been on the fence to put him down, man.
It didn't take them any time at all.
Oh no,
man.
it was like
they were
hour?
No,
yeah,
45
hour-
minutes, right?
Yeah, 45 minutes. Yeah,
45
yeah,
minutes to
45
decide.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the initial vote, they were only two
There
away.
were only two
And there was
not
one that was,
two not guilty,
and
and
that
a
one
couple
guy that was, undecided.
or one undecided.
And I saw, and I'm not trying to like bogart this conversation. I've just wasted a lot of my life watching this, but so I saw something about the two guns, and that they were both available. B, it made sense, and it was a quick, easy thing to use the shotgun for Paul because they were right next to each other. Maggie, I think, had already started walking back to the house, and so it made sense to switch to the other gun for more of a distance, kill type thing. But then again, you're talking about a really high stress situation that you're able to clearly decipher. It will be more efficient for me to use this 300 blackout AR than it would be for me to use this Mossberg pump or whatever it was. And it's just, that's how crazy this entire story is like nothing. It's almost like nothing seems believable.
So, what's your vote? Did he? They killed the housekeeper too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh for sure.
Yeah.
Oh for sure. For
I
sure.
think he did that for money. I
And
think.
so
Yes.
and
4.6.
and you've heard, oh, it's terrible. The wife, she was just innocent and everything.
Shit. Nah, I don't think so.
You don't steal that much money and live that kind of lifestyle.
Uh,
You have to be completely oblivious to wonder,
Yeah.
where's all this money come from, right? I don't know.
She
She knew.
and then the other thing was, they said when all this shit was going down, that she wasn't even living. Yeah, they said she wasn't even living in the house anymore. She was living at another location when all this was going down. She didn't live with him anymore, and they were on the verge of. They say, those people when they say that we would make it to 50, those same people were saying that they were on the verge of a divorce and whatnot. So, it's hard. You never know what the hell's going on.
I certainly think, and I might be in the minority here, but I think he did it. And I think he did it because there's just so many things that would have to be almost unbelievable coincidences to all happen at once. And even down to the last conversation he had with his son, the lawyer asked him, like, what were y'all talking about?
Mhm.
And he was like, I don't know. I don't have kids, but I feel like if your child dies,
Mhm.
you have no problem remembering the last conversation you had with them.
You would think so. Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah.
Now, somebody that's hopped up on drugs, I don't know. Maybe not.
Opies. Up on Opies.
I'm gonna wait for the Lifetime movie.
Nah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
good.
gonna have a good ending.
The
Buster, it's all about Buster.
I've been saying it might not end. I don't know. We'll see.
where else? I was gonna go somewhere else with that with him. Oh, the other thing there was like there's so many like in the court. There's so many videos and shit they show like and it was Buster was in the background. Like he was, I think it was right before he was leaving. The man was Alec was leaving the courtroom. It was like right before they did the sentencing part, and Buster was waiting for him to look at him so he could say bye. And the dad packed his shit up and he said bye to somebody that was right. So he said bye to somebody that was right next to Buster. And he's in it. He just turned his back on Buster and walked away. And Buster was just like
Jeez.
left like
Buster-
he was waiting on
Buster's
his
like-
waiting on him to say bye to him, but you say shit to him. There's a thing. There's something there, man. I think there's something bigger there that
It's that
nobody knows.
family, dude. You gotta stay away from them
Yep.
redheads, man. You stay,
Was there any
It's
good
trash.
watercolor drawings?
stay away from them.
Nah.
No.
You know, did you see that one lady? What was she doing? Do you know? Was she the what is it?
Stenographer.
I was gonna say
Stenographer.
stigmata. Jesus. Is she because she had that thing in her mouth? What was she doing?
Yeah. So
Vaping?
yeah.
Vaping? Yeah.
That was that new vape.
Stooling.
No, but they had
She was stooling.
they-
Yeah.
it's
CPAP.
it's a sound thing or whatever. And so like
So
she
she's just
can-
talking
she
into that
can
shit?
speak into
They
it or
don't
whatever.
type no more?
I don't know if they had someone
It's
else that was
bullshit.
listening and correcting as she was talking
Did you ever-
because speech to text is not always accurate.
No, not at all.
And so I bet they have two people, and they had one person that was reading it, and another person that was following along and correcting errors and stuff like that.
Yeah, do a voice text and accidentally
yeah.
bought a car once. Yeah.
yeah, there you go. And the other thing too is, do you ever see those things? God damn it, how do you say it? Shit.
Stenographer.
Stenographer.
God damn- okay, the lady with the typing machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen how it looks?
It's a shorthand typewriter.
Yeah, it's like it's got like
Yeah.
two buttons.
Small.
It's like
It's a
really
shorthand
small.
typewriter.
C,
Yeah.
A, C.
Yeah.
It's just like three buttons on there, dude. It's like
Yeah.
it's really small. Like it's tiny, dude. It's like it's very shorthand.
Could just
And I always-
sit there.
Yeah, I know. I always wonder how they did
That's what
that,
they
man.
do. They
It's
just
like
like
they have
chill
to
and
fit
there's
it in
like
their lap.
They got
It's like
paid
just
money, dude. They
small.
get paid good money.
Yeah.
I know the sketch artists because I looked into it when I was in college, and they don't get paid shit, dude. Those sketch artists,
Really?
they don't get paid because it's like a journalist, kind of like a freelance journalist kind of thing, and you don't get paid shit unless you get on to, like, if you get onto with something like a network or something like that, where you get onto like Court TV or some shit like that. But other than that, you don't really make no
Those
money.
are the
Sketch
ones
art-
that look like watercolors, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
sketch artists is sometimes it's hard to like Google bad police sketches.
You know what I'd like to do one day, since you
some
can
rough
draw,
ones.
you can draw,
Mhm.
right? We should come up with somebody that we all know,
Look at this.
and just have you start drawing
Yeah.
like we were hey, he's got a kind of more of a rounder head. He's got this,
Mhm.
and just let us describe, no names for you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sketch
Oh,
them
yeah.
out.
and see if you could sketch, if it even looked like
Yeah.
the person that.
and
that
you can
we're-
say you can
that we're talking
he can he's got them.
Look
Yeah,
at the top one.
Yeah.
top one's good. The shading is good on that top one,
Oh,
dude.
God.
It's like you could say he had
Police
possum
sketches,
eyes,
man.
shit like that. It would help, dude. Like, if his eyes were close in together, or he had a cock eye or something like that. But
Hey, that was a pretty cool murder case right there. That guy was he was killing people in Austin.
oh shit, really?
He was he would kill real estate agents.
Those are random as
Jesus
shit, dude.
Christ,
They're
dude,
way
like,
off, dude.
They're way off. Like I'm
They-
looking
they-
at these and
They,
they're
they,
not
fi-
even.
they fixed that chick's eyes and
Yeah, they
that.
fixed her up. She looks good. Her eyes are better looking than the other
She
one.
looks better on
On
paper.
paper, yes,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna say one of her eyes looks lost.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. But yeah, I looked
That's
into that.
spot on.
I looked into it, dude. Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. I think the mouth and the nose are.
Could you imagine? No, do his teeth a little bit bigger, a little more square on the teeth.
Chiclet, more like chiclet. and shit.
Hey, a little more alien. Could you do a little more alien?
Yeah. We need a little bit more alien with this one.
Yeah, man. It's
Jesus.
Well, yeah, I looked into that shit, and they don't pay anything, dude. Those not sketch artists, but the courtroom sketch guys.
Yeah,
That's
don't
why they don't pay them that much. Look
Hey,
at the way
have
they're drawing
you
them.
seen the new technology that's out? There's a company that they take DNA. If you have a DNA sample, and they make a composite face completely from a DNA sample. It's
It's
they
That's wild.
So they showed some. I was watching a Dateline episode, and they did Andrea Canning.
oh yeah, the blonde
Hers
lady.
looked very, very similar.
No shit.
They showed a case where the person looked fairly similar because they have no way to know how you're doing your hair
No.
or if you're heavy or not heavy or whatever. So it works the best on someone who is not overly heavy or overly
Yeah.
skinny or something.
Yeah.
Just
But
the average
but-
weight. Yeah.
evidently, by this DNA, they can pretty much pin down what your natural hair color was, what
Shit,
your,
dude.
you know,
Jeez.
boom,
That's cool, dude.
and
I like
create that.
I
Oh, they're
love that.
catching other murderers from the 70s now.
Yeah,
Catching up with them
DNA.
in the
Yeah.
tall grass.
yeah.
He's in the grass.
I rewound it a couple
Oh,
times.
yeah, back and to the left, back and to the left. Yeah, dude. But like I said, that Scott Peterson kind of thing. That I felt bad for that guy because I think he's in there for no reason. And then Casey Anthony, we all know she did it, but she got away with it. So it's just
She
it's hit or
did,
miss.
man.
It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. You never know, dude. It's just you never know what's gonna come out, how how the outcome's gonna be. But that being said, dude, I had to catch it. I went because of that. I got wanted to go down a rabbit hole of movies. So at 12 Angry Men, you ever seen that one?
Mm.
12 Angry Men.
Yes.
There's two of them. There's one from 1957. It's got Henry Fonda, Jack Klugman's in the 1957 one, and then they redid it again in 1997, and it's got Jack Lemmon, Tony Danza, and it's three guys, jurors. They go into the room, they debate it. I like it. I like the black the 1957 one because they go into the room. Like the movie starts off, they tell you a little bit, then it goes into the jurors' room. It's like there's no bullshit and it gets into it, and that's why I liked it so much, dude. The shots were great. The lighting was cool, man. It had that
So
nice
it's
50s
all
style.
about jury deliberation.
Yes, it's supposed to be a kid, and he stabbed. It's a kid that stabbed his father. He's probably like a teen or a 20-year-old kid, and he's there. See, this is the part that's interesting, because I think he's a minority. I believe. I'm not sure if he's Hispanic or Puerto Rican or something like that. And dude, those jurors are going hard, man. They're like, how these people are. They're trash. They're scum. You know how they are. And it was just like, dude, it was like, whoa. I was like, dude, it's nuts how. And it was a big ass movie. Like it was a blockbuster movie at the time. Like I said, you had Jack Klugman, which is from The Odd Couple, one of the guys from The Odd Couple. Of course, Henry Fonda is awesome. And then there were so many stars. The guy that does the voice of Piglet was in there too. I forget his name, but there was a lot of stars in that movie. And like I said, I love the shots. I love the camera angles. It was nice. I saw it first time I ever saw it when I was in I think it was in high school government class, and they showed that to us, and it blew me away, man. I was just like, holy shit, like you know. And I was surprised they showed it to us in high school, man,
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
language was weird. It's not that it was cussing or vulgar. It was just the way what they were saying was just. It was like, man, how these people are trash. They're from the other side of the tracks. They're yeah. It was really weird to see that we watched that in high school, man.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the 12 Angry Men. So they deliberate. So Henry Fonda's the only guy that believes this kid is innocent, not guilty, and that's what the movie's about the whole time. He's trying to convince the other guys, the other 11 guys, that the guy's not guilty. And it's fantastic. He breaks it all down. He's a genius. He's smart, and I like the feel to it. Like it's in New York. It's in New York, and it takes place, and it's hot as shit, and they're smoking into this room, and you can tell it just has that feel like they're all sweaty and shit. It's just good. You gotta check it out, man. It's good shit. 1957, man. 12 Angry Men.
How did they do
Angry
it
Men.
back then? They would wear 3-piece suits.
Yeah, so they had
100
suits on.
degrees,
Yeah,
and they're smoking cigarettes.
yeah. It just
Crazy.
getting
So
after.
have any of you ever been on a jury?
Mm-mm.
I never have.
I was supposed to be.
Oh
But-
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one, dude.
No, they came to terms before we can even do it.
Yeah,
I
no
was.
shit.
I was a.
Oh, you weren't. You were a
witness.
witness. Not that's
Oh,
what
that's right,
I was
yeah.
thinking of your story on
A
that.
witness?
You were a witness.
Yeah, for a murder trial.
Did you get stitches?
Yeah. No,
Hey,
not yet.
did-
He gets
did-
out in a few years.
Did they get
Oh,
you on the
shit.
cross examination? Was that rough?
They tried to trip me up. Yeah.
Were you nervous on the cross?
No, I literally saw it. So I just said what I saw, and he tried to make a big deal about the fact that I was drinking,
Mm.
and I was like, man, I had just gotten there, and he said, how many drinks did you have? I said I was, about down to the end of my first one, and he goes, how big was it? I said 20 ounces, ice cold, and 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 he said, so you had 20 ounces of beer? I said, yes, sir. And he we went through this whole thing or whatever. He goes, so how sure are you that that you witnessed or saw these events or whatever? I said, I'm dead sure. So I saw it. I saw everything, how this happened. I said to be clear, like I didn't see the guy fire the weapon. I just saw him leaving in a very suspicious way. And one thing that I was worried about was that they were going to try to make me point him out in the courtroom
right there.
And
because where I was seated, I don't know if you guys have been in the courtroom or whatever. Like where I was seated, in the little witness stand booth or whatever. The defendant was, uh, I don't know, 3 feet from me. He's literally sitting like right there, and I was gonna have to be like,
He looked at you once and went,
Like, yeah.
yeah, like if this was if I'm him and this was my hand or whatever, and they'd have been like, point him out, I'd have been like
Yeah.
touching his
Yeah.
nose, like
You'd been like,
you're going to look outside your window one day and
yeah, yeah, for real,
you're just going to be standing there.
for real.
you're like,
Should have
Yeah.
kept your mouth shut.
you'd been like Jim Carrey on Dumb and Dumber. He's like that. He's like pointing at him like that when he threw the salt shaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it was him.
Let's get the rat. Let's get the rat.
Yeah. Dude, that's creepy though to have
That's
a guy
gnarly,
right there. Yeah,
dude.
it's cool.
He was,
That's
like,
cool
right
shit
next
though.
to me,
That's
man.
cool though, man.
Right there
And
next to me.
that, by the way, I won't give that up, but I would say that was a fine
eating establishment,
wasn't it?
Oh yeah. We'll keep that part
Yeah.
behind the curtain.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, yeah.
Hey, I just Toy
Is,
Story when shit like that happens.
Go
Andy's here.
limp.
we'll just say
Ragdoll it,
it's the type of establishment where I feel like a lot of things like that happen. So.
Oh yeah, I imagine. Yeah, there was a big one too back in. Was it in Dallas up there?
Waco.
Oh yeah, that keeps getting named Dallas.
Waco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
it was the Banditos.
Yeah,
And
Hey,
the,
man.
and the
Yeah.
Cossacks.
Yeah.
Right?
that's crazy. That thing was huge, man. And to see to watch
It shut that store down.
Yeah, that
That was
footage.
a full on shootout.
Dude, that
yeah.
footage was crazy, dude.
They
That footage
shut
was
that
good,
store
man.
down.
That footage was cool. I always my favorite thing on these murder things and murder cases. I always would like watching the footage they show right before they they get taken out or whatever. I like to see the footage, the last minute that they were alive or whatever. Just like on I mean, it's gross and creepy, but it's just interesting to see their last few minutes of life, and then
Yeah.
just like when they get on that boat, the Murdaugh thing. When they get on the boat, those kids get on that boat,
You're like,
and that's the
That's
last
the
time that
last-
girl was seen. That
last time you're gonna be there, yeah.
Mallory girl. But yeah, man. And another thing I watched too was did a lot of TV watching this weekend. It was as usual. I watched dude the SpaceX, man. They launched out. They went out again, man. Last week
Yep.
I think it was March 1st. They went out. They launched again.
I still don't have it.
You still don't have it. They don't have
It
it.
needs
Okay,
to
well,
launch. It needs to launch some more,
Dude.
man.
Yeah.
they went up, dude, and it
What are they
took,
doing up there?
space station. They had to go back up to the space station.
New crew.
Crew 6 was it? Or 6
yeah, crew 6, yeah.
Crew 6, yeah. 4 guys. I think there was an Indian gentleman, I believe. It took them 24 hours to get to the space station. It took them 14 seconds, 14 minutes to get into space, man. I watched the whole, the whole live feed on it's on this thing on YouTube. It's like a live feed that you can watch NASA stuff, and dude, it's amazing how they're strapped in. They're sitting there, dude. They're in that upright position for so long, waiting
Yeah.
to get launched. It's just,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they're comfortable. But
Yeah.
it's just weird to see the astronauts' gear is so sleek now. Like they're not all bulky anymore. It's like it's just like they got a
Yeah.
a little suit on, a little jumpsuit on, and a
'Cause
little.
they weren't
helmet.
going anywhere, dude. They were just going.
Yeah. And then the thing, the fascinating part for me is like that part that kicks off after the first stage. That the other part, the bottom part, comes right back down and lands on a
Yep.
what you call it?
Yeah.
Bullseye.
It doesn't
Stage-
splash into the ocean.
No,
It
it
lands
comes
itself.
right back down, dude. That shit was
The stage 1 boosters.
yeah. It come back
They,
down.
like,
Like,
land
Man,
themselves.
see, you got me
Got the little feet.
thinking.
They got the little feet that come out. It's like,
Yep.
and it's just dude, it blows me away how much that's Elon Musk shit, man.
Have you
That's his
seen
technology, man.
have you seen the testing of the Starship?
When it lands? Like,
So
Is this
so
the Mars mission
the
stuff?
Mars ship, yeah. It goes up
Mhm.
and then it does this like belly flop to come back down, and then it fires an engine and straightens itself up, or whatever, and it lands on this like prong thing, like it catches it basically.
it's really cool. Like I said,
Pretty wild,
it's come a
man.
long ways. I mean, like you said, the way
Wild.
NASA used to do it, it should just go in the ocean, fetch it out of the ocean, man. You got to go grab it out of there, and now you don't have to do that. It comes back home. It comes back to where it came from.
It's amazing, but the other amazing thing is what they did in the 60s with, you've heard it said over and over, our phones are 100 times more powerful than any computer they had
Mhm.
in the Apollo space program.
Yeah.
Those guys were using slide rules and calculators
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that was amazing.
yeah.
That was amazing. That's more amazing than
Then this
what
what
they're
it
doing
is.
right now.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same thing I say to that thing because I know everybody's been talking about it for past couple weeks.
Cars had points and condensers.
Like the AI shit, like when they were saying like they're gonna putting artists out of work and all that shit. Like it's sad to see that because that is gonna put a lot of people out of work because now you can you can just tell that thing what you want. You want this
Yeah.
this image, and this is how I want it to look, and it'll make an oil painting, and it's just it's crazy how there's no effort no more.
And makes it better, right?
Way better.
So
Yeah.
so it was the
Yep.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
like
get it, dude.
don't like
Like
it.
foil tape, the freaking the dryer freaking pipe. Like, nah. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand like how that shit went into space. I don't. You can go to freaking Johnson Space Center and look at all this stuff and just be like, how?
Yeah.
Like it's just aluminum foil, like tin. Like, dude, no. Like,
that space, dude. That space is like
dude,
4 guys were in that little area, and they were just
I don't know, man.
pumped up. It's
I believe the SpaceX stuff before the NASA stuff.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. We got a conspiracy theory.
like for real.
no. I think
Vinny, did we land on the moon?
What's his name? He filmed
Spielberg?
no. He
Spielberg.
filmed Eyes Wide Shut.
Kubrick. Kubrick
He filmed that also.
He did that one too.
Yeah.
I know.
It was a good movie.
Chili Pepper said it was filmed in a basement, so I don't know, or soundstage. That was, Chili Pepper said that. I don't know. That's what they said.
We need to go back, see if that flag is still there.
I think
Yeah.
it's still
Those
there. I think
footprints.
yeah,
That
Man.
moon rover.
it's still there. So that sparked it was just I just was blown away by that. And then like I said, I go back and watch the channel, and I go to that YouTube channel. I watch the satellite. You can watch where they show live feeds from the space station, them working and shit. It's just
You see the one where they were on a spacewalk and they were fixing the solar shields on the outside of the space station, and the dude, they lost one of the space shields and just started like floating out,
oh shit,
and they kept looking over at it like,
that's it.
whoops,
Yeah, that's it.
you know, like
But you know that's the danger, because this thing's in orbit going thousands of miles an hour. Something else is the wrong way. They say a speck of paint
rip right through it.
can rip right through another spacecraft. A bolt will just destroy
Fuck shit
something.
up,
So I think the
You know how fast it's going?
the space station. Oh, how fast?
Google it to double check. 17,900 miles an hour.
Yeah. So if something else is in a different orbit, that's why if you think about, we're so reliant on satellite communication and everything that's up there, and so that's why people are talking about Elon creating a monopoly at the level where he is putting these satellites around.
Speed.
And you could take a rogue nation like China or somebody that has technology. If they decided to go up there and create a chain reaction by exploding the space station or into something else, and then this debris hit this, and then this debris hit this. If there was a debris belt around the Earth, we'd live fine here. We'd just live like we did 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah.
It's called space junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be impossible. You couldn't put another satellite up.
Yep.
I mean, that's to me. I think that's a if there's some rogue country or just by a terrible accident up there, man, we all go backwards.
Dude, when I'm out in the hill country, like in the middle of nowhere, and you just look up in the air, dude, you can see like the satellites just float
Go by,
across.
yeah.
That's insane on how close they are.
I said 17,900. It's 17,500.
That's how fast.
remember it.
That's how fast it's
Per
going.
hour. Yeah.
It orbits the Earth every 90 minutes.
Golly. That's
That's booking,
Fascinating.
dude.
fascinating.
That's going quick. When they were docking, Crew 6, when they were docking, they had to hold for hours because one of the hook sensors was faulty, and they literally this is how insanely on it they are. They had them hold,
Mhm.
and they literally on the spot wrote software, uploaded software to bypass that sensor.
Damn.
Hey, anybody got a hook sensor?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like,
Did you bring the hook sensor?
Yeah.
Houston, what's going on? And they literally just kept getting on the mic and being like, we're gonna need you guys to hold on just a little bit longer.
I
That's
need a hook sensor for a 1996 space station.
Right?
Is it air conditioned or not? Is it 4-wheel drive?
It's funny.
that commercial. What's that? Go Auto or whatever.
What motor's in it?
That's
Jesus.
funny.
But yeah, I mean, I got that caught my attention, man, because I love anything on space. Because space and the deep sea are not you can't figure it out, man.
Yeah, we don't even know what's going on down there.
In the ocean. We don't even know what's going on here on the planet Earth. We don't know what's going on down 7 leagues into the sea or whatever. I mean, whatever how fucking far down it is. But I'm just saying, it's like we don't know what it's a mystery down there. The animal, the fish,
Yeah.
the life down there. Mermaids are down there. All that good stuff, man.
Space is
Merman.
Too, you
Merman.
hear space. Space goes on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where's it stop?
Yeah.
No, it just goes on forever.
forever.
Yeah,
Keeps
yeah, but
Keep going.
where's the end at?
Yeah,
keep going, man.
it just keeps going. Yeah, but at some point you just like loop around to the other side.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
So I watched this deal the other day on was it Viking that we sent out into space? The one where they put the gold records with the
Yeah,
all
it
this-
has all
all
the
the like music of the time and messages to
Mhm.
aliens and everything else, and we in a map to where we are. We just sent it out there, lobbed it out.
What's that other guy? That's that little guy. You said there's a guy out there. There's a little machine that's out there. He sings happy birthday to himself every year. What is it? I don't know what it's called. That little guy. It's a little robot that's out there.
Wally.
Yeah, Wally. He sings happy birthday to himself.
Is it a probe or is it a rover?
It's a rover, yeah. And he's up there by himself.
Opportunity.
You seen that Matt Damon movie, Elysium?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Is that the Mars? Is the Mars one?
Curiosity.
No, that's
Oh.
where like they leave Earth, but like all the rich live up in the space station.
Oh,
They
no,
just
I
leave
didn't
everybody
see
else
that
here
one.
on Earth.
Stop singing to himself?
Yeah, it's a good
Did he-
movie.
Did he,
Matt Damon.
Kind of a doomsday movie, kind of end of the world
Yeah.
movie.
Matt Damon.
God damn, he's got some great movies. He got some hits, man. Got some hits.
The first rover that they sent first pair of rovers that they sent to Mars, they built them to last 90 days, and the whole thought was we're going to send them up there. We're going to get 90 days worth of intel, and if any day past 90 is gold. So they got to 90, and they're like, mission accomplished. Let's keep going, see how far we can go. They got to 100. They got to 300. They got to 4,000. This thing ended up lasting 15 years.
So
Yeah,
that
dude.
must be a good sign that the climate's not as harsh as they
Yes.
thought, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
I
would
would
think
take that.
you would think, and I mean it certainly had its issues. There's a documentary on it's called Good Night Oppie, and it's the story of this crew that built this rover, and they got ready to send this thing out, whatever, and they invited kids from local schools to come and watch, the launching and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It lasted so long that 2 of the kids that were on that field trip were working on that
That's badass,
project
dude.
by the time
wow.
That's amazing.
by the time it
That's
finished.
cool as shit.
I was thinking about the movie when you said that. It made me think of that Bill Paxton movie where they went to Mars,
Bill Paxton.
right?
The one was like very
Am I wrong?
sci-fi, like very.
I just know Arnold went to Mars.
He did,
That-
yeah.
it's,
Took his
uh,
helmet off.
Not the Liv Shriver one. Last Days on Mars.
It was.
I don't know.
I watched that.
They went down there and had to use parts off of the rover to build some stuff. Remember that?
I know what you're talking about. I can't.
I think it's called Red Planet, or
Yeah, is Bill Paxton in that?
is it Bill? No, it's not Bill
Bill
Paxton.
Pullman?
is it?
Val Kilmer's in it.
Bill Paxton, Bill Pullman.
There
same
were
guy.
a couple of Mars
Or is
movies.
that Mission
and
to
I
Mars?
think I'm meshing
Yeah.
different ones.
Red Planet.
It may have been Red Planet.
No, that's Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. He got legs. I got no legs.
He has legs in that
You
movie.
know, that's
Hey.
the one I'm thinking of.
He's
That's
dead.
the one I'm thinking. It's not Bill Paxton then.
What you call is dead, right? It's him, right?
That's Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, but the other guy,
His
he's
name?
dead.
Yeah.
Uh,
I forget. I just wrote it the other day. I wrote it down.
man,
Yeah.
the supporting actor, man. No one remembers his name. You just remember his face.
Yeah.
Tom
Sizemore.
Sizemore.
Tom
Sizemore. Man, he had a
Sizemore,
real
yeah.
bad drug addiction. He was on like one of those celebrity drug addiction things.
Jeez,
Hey,
look at Val Kilmer.
Carrie Moss, hot or not?
Is that the one from? Is that from?
She was in that
She
movie.
was in the Matrix.
Carrie
or no?
Matrix.
Yeah, hot or not?
Nah.
I don't know.
No.
In the Matrix, yeah, because the Matrix is like that futuristic look. She had
Nah,
that futuristic
I'll
look.
pass.
Okay.
That's a vampire, man. He's a vampire.
Poor
I don't,
Val.
I don't like him like that, man. I'm
No,
glad
I
he's
mean,
still
no,
here.
Top Gun.
Nope, nope.
I'm glad he's still
Ice.
here.
I like him as
No.
Ice.
Jim
Top Gun.
Morrison was
Weird
my
Science.
favorite Val Kilmer.
Oh, what's her name?
Jim
Uh,
Morrison.
No, he was in there.
Oh, that Weird Science. Yeah, yeah. The other one with
No, Real
Act-
Genius.
Real Genius. That's the one. Yeah, that was
Man,
great.
my titles are way
Yeah,
off.
no, it's okay. They're just. I like that part where he
You're just
says
crossing them.
I'm
is all
half
you're
right.
doing.
he's a
Half
crosswired.
right. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Crosswired. Yeah.
Your wires crossed. Yeah.
You know what?
That-
I don't know.
That Real Genius. It's he has this quote, and I love that quote he does. I think it's something like, you ever had that dream where you have where you're, I think you forget how he says it. You're a king, and they're throwing little pickles at you. It's a great quote. I can't even think of the quote, but that's one of my favorite movies.
You know they
Real
use
Genius.
real popcorn for that scene.
Oh,
I
that
heard that.
end scene. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Real
that,
popcorn.
that one guy. He's real creepy. He's a redhead. He's real creepy. He was in Ghostbusters as well. I forget his name. The redheaded guy. I can't remember his name, but he's a good actor. He's pretty creepy.
That was a good show.
I love that movie, man. No, not Buster. No, that was before Buster's time. He wasn't even busting yet. No.
You know, before Val Kilmer, they wanted to use what's his name from Ferris Bueller.
Oh.
Is it? Yeah.
Really? The Ferris Bueller himself?
Yeah. What's his name?
Ferris
They wa-
Bueller?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's his Matthew?
Yeah,
Broderick?
they
You know,
want-
he wouldn't have been near as good in that.
They wanted to use him before they used Val Kilmer.
He wouldn't work. He's more of a
Val Kilmer was a cool dude.
yeah. He's smooth, man. The redhead in I think it was Ghostbusters 2. I think no, he's right there. Go up. William, I can't pronounce that because I'm a buffoon. Yeah, him, that guy. Walter Peck. He was also in Real Genius. He was the dean. He was a dick, and he didn't like. And then the dean was also banging the girl from Valley Girls, the hot girl from Valley Girls, the main character. She was in that movie, and that was like the last movie she ever did. Wanted to hit on that. We were talking. We were taking a quick break. I was telling Johnny and I was telling y'all about the guy at UC Berkeley that caught himself on fire. And the funny thing, we were looking at the clip there, and like I said, we were just tripping out. People, instead of putting your phone down and trying to help the guy, or try to put him out with water or something, people were like I said, we were throwing bikes at him and shit. And
Yeah.
and then so if you listen to the audio around the people, because they showed different angles, and the people were like, so what do we do? Do we call 9? Because these are all like 19, 20-year-olds in college, and they're all like, so what do we do? Do we call 911? Do we put him out? What do we do? It's like, dude, call 911, dude. Like, Jesus. Like,
if everybody that was filming would have all at once taken their shirt or their jacket and
put him out.
Yeah.
He'd have put him out, man. And the thing about it, he lived. I think he had like second or third. I forget what the degree was. It was, but he survived, man. He lived. But it was. I don't know if he was just. It looked like he was a homeless cat, or yeah. I think he was just kind of not all there.
No, the funny part was all the people on the side, especially the guy that had the video we were watching, or whatever. He's just like, "Oh, what's up, guys? Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Check this out behind me back here. You
Hey,
guys
check
are
it
gonna
out! I'm
believe
live.
it."
I'm live with Burning Man.
Yeah.
But if you haven't
Yeah.
seen the clip, which I was just lucky enough to see the clip, there are real heroes out there. There's one guy who sacrificed his bicycle to try to put the guy out.
He tried.
He tried. He did his best.
He tried.
Hey,
to put him
real
out with
question. Real question. What's that gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna? He literally at first he didn't even throw the bike at him. At first he just kind of pushed the bike against him.
Gotcha.
Like,
Hey,
what are you doing, man?
he's trying to sell that bike right now. Hey, this is the bike, man. This is the bike. I threw it at the burning guy.
Yeah, it's worth more now. It's worth more in value.
It's got flames.
Yeah. The other thing I came across when I was scrolling through the
We're terrible.
oh, absolutely. Scrolling through the Twitter, I came across another video of Jackson Mahomes. Man, he's in the news again. Jackson Mahomes is back in the news, man. So apparently he was at some restaurant. He assaulted a waiter,
What?
and then after he assaulted a waiter, he assaulted the lady that ran the place. She was like a 40-year-old lady. It was his friend's mom, and he assaulted her. There's video of him like kissing on her, and like it was like sexual assault.
like drunk or something.
I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't read it. I was reading and it didn't say anything about him, but he's in all kinds of trouble right now, dude. That kid is, he's takes advantage of his brother's fame, man. He kind of
Yeah.
sucked the teat off. He kind of went off the side there. But yeah, he's in trouble right now. There's video of him. You can pull that image up of
Oh,
him.
wow. I didn't see this.
He
at
assaulted a
all.
waiter, and like I said, then he assaulted the lady that runs the place. He's always on TikTok. He's always doing dances and whatnot. There he is.
You know, he's a big reason that Patrick Mahomes has haters.
Oh yeah, it's just him and the wife.
Him and the wife.
And then the wife right now is in beef with Rogan. Rogan had said something about her on his show, and she fired back at Rogan. So it's a big thing now. Kind of a back and forth. Yeah, there it is, dude. Assaulting. Graphic video.
Grabbed her by the neck. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying. From the backside.
What's his brother say about all this?
I don't think he's came out yet. Yeah. Patrick had, yeah,
Kermit.
Kermit didn't say shit yet.
Kermit didn't say anything.
There it goes. There it goes. But yeah, it's watching that, man, was just, it was freak because like I said, the kid, I don't know anything about him, but I just didn't think he went. I didn't know that was his route. I thought he went another. I thought he was in another lane. I didn't think he went for the. I didn't know he was going for. I didn't know he was in for the lady. I thought he was. I thought he was.
His lanes merged, maybe.
Yeah, he got it.
You thought he was a little
He
light,
just looks
light in the
There he
loafers.
is. Check it out, man. Look at this shit, man. And she doesn't look like she's into it. She's trying to push away, and I think she's well, I don't know. I can't tell. She kind of looked like she enjoyed it, but
Yeah,
maybe
she
not.
was smiling.
I guess because of who he is and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
'cause
yeah,
of
we'll
who he's
throw up
related to.
we'll throw up that image, or if we can put that that
He
video up
looks
there.
older than him.
Yeah, she's 40, and I think what is he, like 20 some shit? I don't know what he is.
Oh, he
20.
went back for seconds again.
Hey.
Yeah, she's not really doing much to get away,
No.
if you know what I mean.
All he had to do was ask.
Hey, she knows who's attacking
Yeah.
her. She's
That's a paycheck, man.
for a
I was,
paycheck.
I was
Hey.
literally just gonna say she's trying to get it framed up in
Check.
that shot. That's what
Yeah,
she's doing.
yeah.
She's
She's
like,
Hey, move over
That-
here a little
this-
bit.
like that,
yeah,
the hair,
yeah,
fix it and then getting the shot, dude.
yeah.
But yeah, so he's in the news, man. He's back in it again. What's his name? Jackson Mahomes.
Jackson.
Then there was another video on Twitter that I came across. Dude, there was this DoorDash guy, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I don't use DoorDash because where we live at, we're in the country, so we don't have DoorDash. But there was this video with DoorDash guy, and we did experience this when we stayed at a hotel one night in Galveston. So this is a whole another side note here. But anyway, there's a video of this guy, DoorDash guy. He goes up there, he delivers the food, knocks on the door, and then he's on the phone. He's like telling the person, "Hey, your food's been delivered." And then he's pissed off. He's standing there, and then he writes that person back. He says, am I gonna get a tip? Like, you're gonna tip me or not? And then he started like banging on the door and shit. And it scared the lady. Said that she was scared a second. He was banging on the door over his tip. So, like I said, I don't know these guys. Like, I don't know what the protocol is on these guys. Are you supposed to tip
No,
these
they
guys?
tip on the app.
Yeah,
Like, you tip on the app.
yeah, because I wasn't sure. And he was like asking. I guess she didn't tip on the app, so he was asking, "Are you gonna give me like a physical tip?" And
Like, for that purpose, you tip on the
yeah.
app. So, like,
So the only experience I had with DoorDash was a bad one. So that's why, because we did it online, we tipped him on the phone. We tipped him really well too, because it was late at night, so we had food come out, and I will never do it again because he was supposed to bring. We were on like the third floor or something. He was supposed to bring it up to the door. He's like, "Oh, I can't find it. I just left it at the front desk, so I had to go all the way down to the fucking front desk and get it." That's the whole point of DoorDash, to bring it, to where I'm at,
they
dude. And-
typically drop it off at the wrong address for
Oh.
us.
We had an episode one time where you used DoorDash.
So
Sandwich.
And this hits right at home for
Yeah.
for the 52.
this is so I ordered a sandwich. It was Uber Eats, and I ordered a sandwich. And it's funny. I've had friends say that you should tip in person because then they're more likely to find you
Right.
because they want to get paid.
Yeah.
And so like you tip nothing, and then in the notes you put cash tip,
Right.
and then they know, okay, well, if I get this to this person, I'm gonna get a cash
Yeah.
tip. But yeah, we were sitting here in the studio. I ordered a sandwich from McAllister's, and somebody in the business park next to us enjoyed that sandwich.
That sandwich is good, man. I bet.
Did
But
not make it to me.
They don't read the notes, dude. They totally
It's-
don't read the notes.
And it's shitty, dude. Because like I said, that particular guy we tipped him nice. Like it was like real nice. Because
Yeah.
like I said, it was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get it. It's you're doing a service, and I appreciate it if you bring it up to the door. But
Yeah.
God, didn't even make it up to the door. Like I said, I had to run down, get dressed, and go all the way downstairs to the lobby and shit. And
You
just-
really don't have a lot of recourse, right? I mean,
No, you just you file a thing with the company on the app.
And reorder.
They do like a little investigation thing or whatever. If they deem that you deserve a refund, they'll send you a refund, and you just use it on the next order. Or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I've sat in places before. I was in Wingstop one day, and of course, Wingstop is probably a popular place for that because
Sure,
I saw it
place
happen a lot,
stays
a lot,
busy.
a lot.
Yeah.
And so people were coming in, hey, order for blah blah blah. So they're picking up their DoorDash for, and that sounds bad, but I'm looking out there at some of those vehicles and people grabbing that food. Man, I don't want to eat food that was riding in that car, man.
It is.
car sketchy, huh?
This
There
car
it
was
is.
sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked dirty, and
that's that
That's why they
Special
put the
sauce.
sticker on the freaking bag. So it's like your little tamper sticker.
I know, but
It,
no.
but I don't
I
usually.
got some food where that sticker was
I don't
busted.
wanna
It was
do
loose.
Oh,
It's like the
no.
edge.
that sticker is
Edge
not
was pulled up.
exactly
No.
a strong enough barrier.
It's not a full deterrent.
I need a safe, man. I put a little safe. And
It's not a good. It's not an N95 sticker,
shit.
right?
Oh hell no, dude. Yeah, hell no, dude. No, but that's one of those things. Those videos I saw. Like I said, scrolling through fucking Twitter, man, you come across all kinds of crazy shit. And the other thing came across was this was on another sports site. I think it was Barstool or something like that, and it was controversial, big controversy. And for me, I don't see what's wrong with it, but I'm old school. So Deion Sanders is getting ready to start up at Colorado, and he's like, when I'm picking a quarterback, he's looking to get some guys, and he goes, when I pick a quarterback, I want a quarterback to have a 2-parent home and have a 3.5 GPA. He goes, I want that guy to be sharp and a leader, and then when I'm looking for a defensive guy, I'm looking for a guy that has a single mom home. She comes from a single mom, and he's hungry and he wants to kill you. That's what I want. I don't want a guy. I don't want a guy on defense that's soft and he has a good life. Because I want a guy that's hungry
Yeah.
and it'll go through you. He goes, that's what I want. He goes, but dude, he got all kinds of fucking backlash for that.
Mad heat for that, dude.
Oh,
Like,
dude, it's like, and I know what he's saying. Like, you want as a quarterback, you want that leader, you want that guy that's had a good life.
He's just ahead of the. He's just ahead. He's thinking. I mean, it's
mad
no
heat.
different. We were talking about space earlier.
Mhm.
I watched a program one time of talking about the astronauts. They did a extensive personality testing on guys. There were certain types of personalities that they wanted to do different
Mhm.
jobs.
So how did Major Healy make it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jesus.
can I interject long enough to say there's nothing more old man on a porch than the fact that you just said you were watching a program. I was
I
thinking
caught
the same
that.
thing.
I caught that.
Yeah, a program.
Yeah.
A program. I was watching my
I was
programs.
watching some programs, and
Yeah.
my wife was watching some stories earlier.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
No, but there's nothing wrong with that. 'Cause I didn't see nothing wrong, but like I said, I'm old school, so I get what he's coming from, and like I said, I like the way he does. And like I said, I think, like you said, I think he's ahead of the curve, man. I think,
Yeah.
and also, what was the other one too? There was this guy that came out that spoke against him, and he goes, they've been using this. All coaches, no matter black, white, no matter what the coach is, they all use this philosophy because he goes, he was a black gentleman. He's like 6'6", big guy, trying to get into the NFL. And they said the same thing to him. He goes, "Yeah, we're looking for a guy that, you know," he goes, "I'm intelligent." The guy was saying, "I'm intelligent, and I have GPA and all that stuff, and I play defensive end." He goes, "And we don't always have to fit that criteria. Being an idiot, being from a single mom." He goes, and he had 2 parents, and his mom was like a lawyer, and it was like the Huxtables, and dad was a doctor and shit. But he said they do use that formula, getting recruiting.
Yeah.
They want the quarterback.
They
to be
just
a
never
smart guy.
they just never let the cat out the bag.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
out. And Dion's letting all the fucking secrets out, and that's what people are getting pissed off is like because he's letting in all the behind the curtain shit. He's letting it out because he doesn't give a shit.
It goes back to what I was saying, man. I didn't want to see the Wizard of Oz, but they
Yeah.
pulled the curtain. Damn Toto.
Yeah.
did it
He
again.
killed it, man. Toto
Moneyball.
killed it.
Moneyball.
Yeah, it's just that's just the way it is, man. It's just, but I like I said, I respect Dion for not giving a shit and not backing down and having having the balls to say that shit, man. I'm with him, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to see what Colorado does this year. I hope they kill. But yeah, that was just he got a lot of heat for that shit, man. He got a lot of heat. And then the last thing I had was I know I think were you talking about last time the live golf thing,
Yeah.
dude. The ratings tanking, man. They're
Tanking.
tanking. It's because they're what was it? The reasoning I was reading. The reasoning was because of they're not on network TV. They're not on ESPN. They're it's like on a random ass channel, and they're just not.
That's the Saudi company, right?
Yeah. They're not promoting on mainstream TV. It's like
Yeah.
I forget where it's at. It's just like it's not doing well, and it's just not turning out what they expected. It's not what they were getting.
But
Hoping
it's
to get
it's
back.
not just golf. There's something else that's on that brand also, right?
That live.
I don't remember.
There's
Yeah.
golf, and there's something.
I know like the WWE is for sale right now, and they're trying to buy the WWE. So like I know there's one more sport that's on that brand. I don't know what it is though.
Oh, you have to have a Live Golf Plus in order to watch the thing. It's not because normally golf is on TBS or it's
Right.
on
NBC.
NBC or
NBC,
ESPN
CBS.
or it's usually on a big. So I can see where it's going awry, but you never know. Shit could change. But I thought that was gonna be huge, man, because they got endless amount of money, man. So I figured that would be mad. I
Got
thought that was gonna take
that
over.
Saudi money.
I figured that would just take over and kill. Apparently not. Well, it's still in the works. What else, man?
I feel like it's still. I feel like it'll still be big though. Like, eh, if they're going to spend that kind of money, I mean, they got to have some sort of game plan for for streaming and stuff. I think maybe they thought
Was it soccer? It might have been
It might be
soccer.
soccer. It's
Maybe, yeah.
also the same.
Trying to start their own league,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to compete with the
Yes.
regular league.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not knocking it at all. It's just not my thing. I've never watched golf in my life. I mean, other
Mm.
than flipping through channels, it's just not my thing. So, but I know it's huge, man. It's
Yeah.
huge. So I'm completely out of the loop on.
When I go to
Yeah,
my dad's
what's
house,
good or not good
he's
on
like,
that.
"Hey, check this out. Look at this putt." And I'm like, "Dad, I don't care." Well, in my head, I say that. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
It's big, but I just I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah. I'll watch it if it's like day 4 of like a big tournament or something, and there's like a good pairing, uh, you know. But
And you know what's crazy? We're pretty local for big time PGA golf. Like it's right up the street from us.
yeah,
Was it like the Shell Open? Is
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shell
like
Open's
it's
down
right
not
up
far.
the
Yeah,
street.
it's not far at all, man. The Shell.
Yep.
I think it's over there of Beltway or some shit. But yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, I couldn't get into it. I mean, I like it. I dig it. I can see how it's peaceful and whatnot. I just couldn't get into it, man.
There's a lot of golf movies out there too.
Oh, the best, dude. There's a lot of shit. Did they I thought they were gonna reboot Caddy. I thought I could have sworn they were gonna reboot Caddyshack.
There
I
was
know.
talks about it.
Yeah, I don't think it happened though.
Yeah, they should leave that alone.
Yeah, I think so. You should. The other thing was, I know they had that commercial in the Super Bowl. They had a Caddyshack commercial. I know that was. I think Romo was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I was just surprised that Live Golf didn't take off, man. I mean, it's still young. I mean, it's still very young. I'm sure it could fucking kill, But I know it's just very young and it's not doing too hot.
they're paying some serious money.
Shit, yeah, dude.
Serious money. What's his name was offered? Was it Tiger Woods was offered like $900 million?
What do you
Something
do?
like that.
Give him a tampon and walk away?
Pretty much, he passed on it. Dude. Yeah, he passed on
I
that
saw
shit.
that.
Yeah, he's getting all kinds of backlash for that
Reason
shit
is-
too.
I think the reason is because there's a lot that goes behind that money,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Oh yeah.
There's
And then
a
some
lot
of them
that
are
goes
not allowed
behind it.
to. Those golfers that win aren't allowed to come.
Can't
Not
come
allowed to
back.
come back now, right? It's no turning back now, right?
Correct.
It's like they got to stay with over there. They can't play these games. They can't play these. The PGA they can't be involved in it and shit. So
Yep.
it's a gamble, man. It's a gamble when you do that kind of shit, man. But back to the space thing, real quick. I just wanted to get back to that real quick because I wanted to. The only reason I'm bringing it up because I wanted to talk about John. Was he John Malkovich? I love him, dude. And I was watching the space movies and shit, or watching the SpaceX shit. After that, I was watching this one of his movies from '86. John Malkovich. It's called "Making Mr. Right," and it's a space themed kind of movie. And they're making a robot or making a guy to go out into space for like 7 years. It's an interesting movie. If it's a good time, check it out, man. It's a good movie. I like John Malkovich. I like him in Con Air. He was good in that. There's
Yeah, he
some other
was.
movies he's in that I what was the other one like was it Red? He's that with like Bruce Willis and
Mm-hmm.
shit like that. I love those.
Didn't he
movies.
play in Mice and Men?
Yeah, you know what movie was creepy as shit and was weird was that was it Being John Malkovich? It was like a real artsy movie. It was like
Yep,
tripped
yep,
out,
yep,
man.
yep.
That was the one
Very
called-
trippy, dude. Yeah,
Being John
yeah,
Malkovich.
Being John Malkovich. There used to be this another thing. We used to go down to what's it called? It's was it the boardwalk? Was it the Seabrook? No, what's it called?
Kima?
Kima Boardwalk. And on the way to Kima Boardwalk, before you go up the little bridge like that, there was this restaurant, little hole in the wall restaurant. And they used to have bald John Malkovich Mondays, and they like had specials on food and shit. But it was just funny. They had this big ass fucking painting of John Malkovich, and he was the bald headed version of him, and it was just funny. It's just funny shit to pass by because I used to work out there and I used to pass by it all the time and see it. It was funny as shit. But yeah, he's got some flicks there. I love his shit, man. He was in Warm Bodies. What the hell was he in that? Oh, that's right. He was in that the Cult, not the Cult, but the the City.
I forgot he was in Bird Box too.
Knockaround
yeah.
Guys. Who is he
Bird
in
Box.
Knockaround Guys?
I forgot about the Bird Box. Good movie, dude. I was hesitant to watch it, and when I watched it, I was blown away.
I thought it was
wow.
good. That was very good.
Knock
Me
around,
too.
guys. That's good.
It was a good
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
You were talking about
But
of Mice and Men. It
Mhm.
was he was playing Lenny,
Yep.
and
Did.
his co-star was Gary Sinise.
Yep.
oh shit,
Played
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. That's right.
He'll always be Lieutenant Dan.
typecast.
He had
now.
legs in that one,
Yeah,
by
he
the
did,
way.
he did.
Speaking of space, he was in Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. Yep.
That was a
Yeah.
good show.
That was a great movie.
Tom Hanks and shit. Yeah. Right. Tom Hanks was
Yeah.
in that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Wow.
Bill
Boy.
Paxton,
Bill Paxton.
Kevin
He's,
Bacon.
he's gone right now. He's gone. He's the one that passed away. Yeah.
So I get my
Those two guys.
movie astronauts confused
It's a lot.
in their
A lot
movies.
to take
That
in.
was a good movie.
It
man.
was good.
That was a very
Armageddon?
good movie.
That was an astronaut movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Was he? He wasn't in that. Oh, I'm thinking about Mr. Pink was in
He
that.
said, "Come get Papa Bear."
Hey, what was he in Apollo 13? Was he ground? He was like Houston?
Gary Sinise?
No. Malkovich. You said he was in there?
Oh.
Oh, you're
no,
saying Gary Sinise.
Gary
Okay.
Yeah.
Sinise was in
Because
there.
I was thinking I can't remember
was ground crew.
Malkovich in Apollo 13.
Yeah, he was part of
He was
Houston.
he was on the original team. And they thought he got sick.
Mm-hmm.
And so they grounded him and
Okay.
put in Kevin Bacon into that spot or whatever, and he was part of the flight crew
Hey,
after that.
Kevin Bacon's making a comeback right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Personality wise, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's in a lot of advertisements now,
Mm-hmm.
and his social media's popping around. and
Shouldn't-
he's-
He
shouldn't
was
never
in
went
Guardians
away.
of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
With the little guy, the little wooden guy.
Like, yeah, because
Groot. Yeah, Groot. I love Groot, man.
Star Lord wanted
The
to
little
meet.
wooden guy. is
Little
what you
tree guy.
said?
Yeah.
Little tree
he
guy.
seems like a funny
Yeah.
guy, man.
Yeah.
From his stuff.
They kidnapped
Funny guy.
Kevin Bacon to bring him back to.
That's right.
Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Hey, did you watch it?
What's that? Oh, the Mummy.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad you
watched
brought.
it?
That's what I was gonna bring up because
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about thinking over. I was actually, dude. It was so. The Mummy. I loved it. I like Brendan
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. Couldn't get it out. Brendan Fraser. Think about opiates. Good movie, man. I thought it was gonna be more like a. It's good. I thought it was gonna be more. I thought it was gonna be darker, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, like dark, like dark. But it was still good nonetheless. It was good. It was crazy how far the
was good
CGI's
comedy.
come. Like how the CGI's come
yeah,
so
for
far along.
sure,
It was
for
rough, dude. That shit was rough the way it looked. Like
I remember thinking it was cool.
it was. Yeah, it was. And
At
but
the
I'm saying,
time, yeah.
I never saw it. This is the first time I saw it with new eyes, and it was just like, God, that's way. It's bad. But I did enjoy it, man. He was good in it.
What year did it come out?
96?
96.
Question
Yeah,
mark?
96.
Mummy?
Yeah.
92.
No, late 90s probably. Like
Was it? We're waiting on it. I was looking at it.
because
99.
in The Mummy 2, The
99.
Rock was in it.
1999.
99. Okay.
Yes, late 90s.
Okay, late.
Because The
90s,
Rock
okay.
was in the sequel.
the Scorpion King one.
Yeah.
Scorpion King. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
And
did.
that CGI like horrible.
CGI was
Horrible.
very
I
bad.
didn't get a chance to watch The Mummy Returns. I didn't know if that was any good. The second part. I haven't seen that one yet.
It's fine.
But I did like. I did like the
I honestly like The Mummy Returns better than The Mummy.
Mummy. It was good, man.
I can't get past the CGI at the end.
Of the,
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's
It's bad.
it's bad enough. It makes me
Bad,
not
bad.
like the movie.
and it was a shame that gal didn't make anything else because I thought she was an attractive gal. The gal that was the actress. I forget her name is. Yeah,
Actual ones.
yeah. I'm saying I thought she was an attractive gal. I thought she would take off and do
No,
more.
I like The Mummy too because of Patricia. I like what Patricia was wearing.
I haven't seen that one. Haven't seen that one.
Oh, you'll
It's worth- it's
understand
worth the-
why.
it's worth the
Yeah,
watch?
It's worth the watch.
Let's see.
Me too, Patricia.
But yeah, no, I did enjoy it, dude. I loved it. It was up my alley. It was because it had that vibe of like it had that feel to like a 80s. Yeah, no, it wasn't in the 80s, but it had that feel to it.
Yeah.
It was nice. I liked it.
It was like I think it's a PG-13
Yeah.
movie, but it was certainly closer to PG than it was
Yes,
PG-13.
yes.
Oh, it's the
that's
the first one.
Mummy Returns.
Okay,
That was the first one. Oh,
The Mummy Returns was the first one.
or Mummy.
look at that! Look at her get up.
Oh, the first one. That's from the first. Okay.
I could get behind that.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you watch it? And that was
I'm always, because I read it. I used to learn. Jennifer tells me
Who's
shit.
that? Rachel Weisz?
No, it's
See, that was like 20-year-old Zuko
I like when
watching that.
I like when they take the
Patricia Velasquez.
take the brain out of the nose and shit through the nose. That shit's cool, man. All that history of it, of being mummified and shit. It's a sexy process, to say the least.
10 times cooler than setting your ass on fire, right?
With that getting thrown a bike at you and shit, dude. 10 speed.
Hit me with a 10 speed, man.
Got flames now.
And then I always liked
So funny.
I always
man.
thought that
Yeah,
was
the Mummy Returns.
Oh, okay.
Because she fights the old girl from the first one.
I like the guy from I enjoyed it, and I was happy when I
good
saw the
fight scene,
guy
by the way,
when I
good
saw the
fight
guy
scene.
from Deuce Bigelow. I like that guy. He's
Oh yeah.
fishy. Yeah, don't tap on the window. Don't never tap on the window. Yeah, he's a great character, man. He was good
Yeah,
in
he's
that movie.
funny.
I don't think he's done anything since.
No, I don't think so either. But Deuce Bigelow was good shit, man. One of my favorites, man. Yeah, but I did enjoy The Mummy. You haven't seen The Whale yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Check it
No,
out, check
yeah,
it
I
out,
want-
man.
How
Check
long
out
is
The
it?
watch it.
About an hour and 30 or
Whale?
what?
The Whale? About a couple. I think it's 2 hours.
2
I
hours.
think it's close to 2 hours. But like I say, it goes by fast. And it's good. It's entertaining. His acting is
Yeah.
phenomenal in that movie, dude. He's so good. He's just so damn believable.
Brendan Fraser, bro.
So sad.
Golly, dude.
Got the sad face, man. Sad face.
Encino, man.
He put some LBs on.
Shit, yeah, dude. 600-pound life, 600-pound life, man. That's another good show. That's a good, inspiring show to watch. I love the little Indian doctor. He's the best.
He didn't give
I
a
love him.
shit, man. He'll call him out.
It's the thing is like, yeah, if you put it's the running joke, it's the meme and everything where you put that little guy's picture on your fridge. When you look at him, you stop going in the fridge. You look at his picture,
Yeah.
that little guy. What's his name? Dr. Naziri? No, Nazar. Okay, yeah, him, dude. He don't fuck around, dude. Like he means business, dude. Talk shit to you. You don't lose that weight, man. You don't lose them 60 pounds in a month. This is well,
Why do you eat so much?
yeah, that's it, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
That should be a shirt, man. Fuck it. No, he's cool, man. I like his stethoscope. It's fucking
Some of bitch
gold.
looks mean.
Yeah, I love his accent, dude. He's so good. Yeah, his stethoscope is like solid gold and shit, dude. It's whew. Oh, he's very extra. I like him though, man. But yeah,
That
that's
Dr.
where I was.
Mummy.
That was my TV watching this week, man. And I can't wait to see what happens next week with the TV. And I'm gonna do some more homework and go watch The Mummy Returns. But yeah, dude. Anything, dude? You got anything, guys? Anything?
You guys got anything else?
You got anything else, guys?
My body just hurts. That's all.
Got slammed around?
Yeah.
We-
Sorry, guys, that I've been kind of, silent and, I just,
We
my
gotta-
body's trying to
to-
recover from this past
We
weekend.
gotta finish this up so Vinny can go lay down.
Yeah, right. It's hard to breathe in, huh?
Some of those
Golly, dude.
Cunninghams in him. Calm down. Calm that body down.
Them opies.
What? No, man. you
Hey,
can't do
I
that.
watched him. I watched him walk to the bathroom a second ago. It was like a full-time job. You walk
Really?
into the bathroom.
Yeah,
Jeez.
man.
Well, I wrestled back to back, and they wanted me to wrestle again this coming up weekend, and I'm like,
Need a break.
oh man,
Need a break.
hey, but I love it, man. I love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, man.
We got stuff to do this weekend anyway.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Party down,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
We're gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Watching.
party down, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're
Follow
getting
us.
yeah, and then just I forgot just one last thing. We're getting that 75 is trucking along, dude. We're almost there. We almost got it, man. They said we think we're gonna make
Yeah, like
it.
a week, huh?
Yeah, another week or two, I think, and then we made it. I think we're gonna cross that finish line, and I'm just looking forward to have I'm looking forward to have a damn chip. That's all I want to do. The Dorito chip. That's all I want. A Dorito chip. Chips and salsa. That's it.
I got to add a couple of days to mine.
Yeah.
Uh,
It happens, man.
forgot
Shit.
to read, so
That
we're gonna-
happens, man.
78.
But yeah, I'm gonna do 77. I'm gonna do 77.
All right.
Lucky sevens, man.
Be there with
But
you.
they'll finish up next
Sevens.
week though.
Yeah, man. We're almost
next week.
wrapping up on that, but yeah, man. It's
52 coming up.
2 more, man. 2 more, man. 2 more episodes, and we made it. And then after that, shit, start all over, dude. Fucking start it all again.
Hey, we may just quit. We
man, we
like,
gotta
stay-
get
throwing the
stay
towel.
to
tuned,
a
stay
hundy.
tuned. You have to see what happens.
We got to
Throwing
get
the
to
towel.
102.
102.
104.
104. Yeah, 104.
Yeah.
104.
I don't have I don't
What's
have,
up?
I don't have my reading glasses on. I can't do math. I don't have my reading glass. But yeah, dude, we're good, man. I'm solid, man. Again, we're gonna look sexier. We're all 4 of us are here now, dude. The 4 horsemen back, dude. That camera's gonna make us look real good, man. It's gonna make us look real good. I hope so.
Stoked about
I
it.
doubt it. I don't know. Maybe.
Stoked about
And
it.
tell your friends if you like them.
Yeah.
Listen to us.
Listen to
Share, like, and subscribe.
No, Vinny
Click
likes
the
to do
button. Where's
Yeah.
that?
And he likes to do it
Here,
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 there.
and here.
Yeah.
So and here.
Yeah.
So share, like and subscribe.
This has
Go
been
ahead,
the
man.
52 podcast. We'll check you next time. Adios.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.